Good morning, agents. rdwrer here, checking in from Fairview Avenue, or Prior Avenue, I guess, just by the Menards over there. And took the trip out here today on the train because my local frog was busy last night and threw a bunch of fields from a portal over here. I think what he's doing is he's trying to experiment with how far I'll go to destroy his fields. And that's cute and all, but I have a train pass, so I'll go pretty far. And if the train doesn't get me there, the car will. So I don't know if he's watching these, but there's your answer, buddy. It's, you're not gonna throw big fields over St. Paul. That's just not gonna happen. Anyways, that was the only reason I came out here, so I'm probably just gonna catch the train back. But I will, I will grab another train and head back home. I did start the day by hacking my little, say farm, but I was about to say farm, but honestly it's not that impressive. But hopefully getting some cubes and getting myself situated for the day. And there's probably some expansion I should do, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'll come back to you with another update soon. Alright, agents. In reality, the train was going to come in about 10 minutes, and I figured I can scooter home. So here I am in the Target parking lot, or just outside the Target parking lot, smashing yet another field. I picked up a pedestrian bridge portal on the way that also had a couple fields coming off of it. Things are probably looking a fair bit clearer now, but there's always more work to do. Obviously, the spines of these various fields are still up somewhere, and the opposite anchors as well, but that is not something that I really have time for today. Got some stuff that I'm hoping to accomplish. In particular, I'm hoping to prepare a little bit for the trip to Houston that's coming up in almost exactly 2 weeks. In fact, in 2 weeks I should be on the road to Houston, so that's exciting. But I need to make sure the RV is ready, and it's been a little bit difficult lately, so I'm going to try to do some troubleshooting with it, see if I can't get the batteries charged, and maybe even run the generator to see if that works. But, jeez. A phone call in the middle of a video. Of course I do. But yeah, the plan for today is definitely to try and burn out my little farm as much as possible, so I can try to recover from chronic undersupply of cubes. Gonna do a bit of recharging when I get home and see what the situation is, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to, recover a little bit from the past few weeks of not really having enough cubes. But for now, just gotta get home. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll talk to you in a little bit, probably from the Intel Den. Alright, agents, I'm back in the Intel Den, and I'm taking a look at the Intel map right now. Green's back, so I guess I'm going to take the train out there again and deal with it. It's not really how I wanted to spend my day, chasing Bithead around, but I don't know. It's still worth it to do. It gets me some decent AP, and affords me an opportunity to just kind of explore a different part of town, which is never a bad thing, really. But it's a little irritating that that's what I have to spend my day on. So I'm going to go do that, and once I've done that, I'll probably do another farming run, because I still need cubes really badly. And after all that, I'll probably still have a bunch of portals decay and need to go and repair the holes. It looks like I've already got issues with the stuff that's east of Mitchell Hamlin. That's already all decayed. I think I just didn't have keys for those. And there's a few other things that seem like they've decayed or are about to decay. So I'm gonna do my best. I'll bring you back for an update once I've gotten rid of this green field. And we'll see if it gets back up before the next checkpoint, which is at 5 p.m., which should be after I put this video out anyways. So sorry if you were hoping to see more smashing today, but it's probably just gonna be this one. and then maybe a little bit more building, but I honestly don't know that I'll have time and slash or scooter battery for it. So we'll see how things go. But I'll come back to you for another update in a little bit. All right, well, I just cleared it out. This is the portal where it's all anchored. Again, actually this time it was a little bit less AP, so I assume he's running out of keys for something or another, or there's a blocker, or I took out another anchor or something, I don't know. Definitely less AP this time, so there were fewer fields anchored here, which is fine by me. Now I'm just going to scooter my way home, or potentially take the train if it is going to arrive soon. Let's see, but I don't want to wait 10 minutes for a train. It's not how light rail should work, so yeah, we'll see how that goes, and then I will come back to you with another update, probably from the Intel Den, as I finish up my farming for the day. Not a terribly eventful day for Ingress for me, but at least I got to tear down a couple of big fields, which is always nice. It's always nice to help. Oh, by the way, I should mention, I did have to check the comms log, and it looks like BitHead threw these fields exactly after checkpoint. So he didn't get any of this up for checkpoint. He got it right after checkpoint, which is hilarious to me. I guess we'll see how he does next time. Catch up with you in a bit, agents. Alright, agents, back in the Intel Den here, and as I look at the map, it looks better. Obviously there's still some green here, that's the base of the fields that BitHead is throwing, but I did pretty good about farming. I got some cubes. I managed to get some hypercubes out of my kinetic capsules. I threw in more so that hopefully by tomorrow or later today I have more cubes that I can use. It's getting pretty dicey, I have to say. All the central stuff, all the stuff at the farm is fine, and I'm just like slowly cycling through things with the faction sorting on to recharge the stuff that needs it the most. But it's, yeah, it's been somewhat difficult. So I am keeping in mind what I'm up to, I'm trying to do the right thing. And I think the right thing probably is to let go of some of these portals, to be honest. Part of the reason I'm struggling so much is I have pretty much my entire anomaly inventory already done. So I don't have a lot of extra space to be carrying around a bunch of cubes. But, yeah, it's not going well at the moment. Probably by the time I hit the road, I'm going to be starting to think about letting go of a lot of these level 5 portals, and certainly anything that doesn't actually have a field on it. I've got stuff in Lower Town that I'm still recharging from, weeks ago when I went down to Lower Town. So there's a lot that I could do to clean up my key inventory, but that's okay. However, that is going to be it for today. I might do some more farming later tonight, as I said, around, well, a little bit after dinner, which should be okay. But I do want to edit this video and get it out, so that's what I'm going to do. Appreciate you all for watching, even though this was kind of a slower day. I mean, I did go and destroy a bunch of big green fields, but it was all relatively quick, and ultimately not, I don't think, that interesting. Hopefully you all enjoyed the slightly more intermediate sort of skills training yesterday. If you haven't yet, share it with a couple of agents you know who maybe could use a primer on stuff like that, or maybe an introduction even, if you've got new agents in your life that could use a better idea of like what you can do with sort of resonator placement, shields, link mitigation, all that stuff. Munchkin wants to say hi? No, he's busy. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to know when the next video comes out. There's Munchkin. Hi. That's got to be worth a like, right? If you saw that I did anything wrong, or if you have any suggestions for me, do please leave it in the comments. I do enjoy getting feedback in other ways, but if you put it in the comments specifically, the YouTube algorithm counts that as engagement. So And in the description, you'll find a link to my gaming channel where I do longer form content on other video games that are not Ingress. Right now, I'm focusing on a Lord of the Rings inspired mod for Total War, or Medieval 2 Total War, called Divide and Conquer, and I'm playing as Gondor. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know where I'm at in the release schedule. I guess episode 39. I've recorded a whole bunch more though, because I can't stop wanting to play the game. So I might start releasing 2 videos a day for a couple of special days. I don't know. It's wild. In the description, you'll also find a link to my Patreon, which is where you can support me financially so I can continue making these videos every single day. It's $5 a month. You get 17 cents per video, roughly, on an average month of 30 days. So that's a pretty good deal, I would say. But I suppose you have to make up your own mind on that. Right now, the people who are supporting me over there are Zach Nelson, BigBadaBoom, Minnesota Resistance, and Teri Lynn. Thank you all so much for helping. You help make sure that I can afford to charge my scooters and pay for a transit pass and all of that good stuff, because this is the most expensive free game that there is. And of course, this is my only source of income right now. Not to say that it's much of a source of income, but with your help, it could be slightly less worse. And that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Agents, it's time to move.